Could somebody please tell me why this movie wasn't released during the summer blockbuster season? Towards the end of September. It's already fall, technically. And this movie's coming out now. Did they run out of dates? Because I know of a date that they could have put this movie on. Whatever date Ghostbusters came on! What's happening, my film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of The Magnificent Seven. And The Magnificent Seven, of course, stars Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, bunch of other dudes. Well, at least three other dudes, and some other people. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And it's directed by Antoine Fuqua. And we've all heard this story before. It's been told time and time again. And this is actually like the first version of this is about seven samurais. Then it was brought to the Western world, and brought to the Western world indeed with the Magnificent Seven TV show. And I believe there was actually a 90s version of the show, if I'm not mistaken. I still didn't look this up. I don't know why I didn't. But I believe there was with Michael Biehn? CBS? Maybe. Who knows? So you got this town that's being terrorized by Mr. Skarsgård. Skarsgård? You know what I'm talking about. He's terrorizing the townspeople, killing whoever gets in his way. He basically wants the land to sell it for riches, for gold, for all the stuff. And then we got Denzel Washington who catches wind of this, kind of knows who the guy is, and is like, all right, I got to put some guys together and we're going to fight this motherfucker. He said it just like that in the movie. King Kong ain't got nothing on him. So he brings them all together and we get the Magnificent Seven to take on the army of this bad guy. And what did I think of the Magnificent Seven? I enjoyed the absolute shit out of this movie. Pretty surprised, actually. I thought I'd enjoy it, but not this much. Because I walked out of there just going, man, from beginning to end, I enjoyed it throughout. Obviously because of the cast. Denzel Washington. How could you even hate Denzel Washington? He's too good. He's too good and he's great here. I mean, what is up with this man? He doesn't walk. He struts. He just has a natural strut. And you just kind of go like, God damn, here I am walking like a goddamn penguin. He's just strutting along and then he just spits out those lines. He just got that smooth suaviness to him. And it works here. It works with the other guys. Chris Pratt, I mean, when it came to Jurassic World, it was very difficult for me to accept Chris Pratt as like the leading straight man. I just like him goofy, and in here he's trying to be like the masculine like gunslinger dude who uses magic to divert people's attention and stuff like that. But he is a jokester, so you do see some of that Chris Pratt jokiness throughout the movie, but it works well with the dynamic with Denzel Washington. Then you got Ethan Hawke, who surprised the shit out of me. I didn't think he was going to be a big presence in this movie, but he ended up being a pretty damn big presence in the movie, and his character has this like backstory that you don't really get a sense of. You know that there's something wrong, but you don't really get like, they're not just like crowded around the fire and he's gonna tell you about this story. It wasn't anything like that. You really don't know what happened, but you get a sense, and there's a lot of depth to his character. Vincent D'Onofrio, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, probably not, but his character surprised me because at first I thought he was going to annoy the shit out of me when he first started talking. His voice is a little strange, guys, but this is Vincent D'Onofrio, okay? I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. Just look at his roles. He goes way over the top, almost like Nicolas Cage over the top at times, but it always works. It always seems to work with him. I never really, at first it's always like I'm thrown off by the way he talks, because with each character that you, think about, I don't only think about, a couple of characters, but it's like he changes his voice where you go, I'm going to be annoyed by this, but then you're like, no, he's actually playing it where I accept how his voice sounds. Very relevant here, and he was awesome, as well as everybody else in The Magnificent Seven. I mean, this is a pretty damn diverse cast, and that's what we want nowadays, right? Diversity, but it works. It's not forced. It's not a forced diversity. I hate it when movies force that shit. This is just what they needed. They needed that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy, and they all just come together. They all have their individual badassery to them, and it just works. Directing by Antoine Fuqua, top notch, and it's kind of cool because it's like Training Day reunion. You got Ethan Hawke, you got Denzel Washington, and of course Antoine Fuqua directed that movie, so it's kind of cool to see them two on the big screen together again. Some of the shots, man, the cinematography, wow! Desert looking awesome. Some just shots that you want to just freeze frame and hanging on your fucking wall. The shootouts and action sequences, yeah, I might have wanted a little bit more. There's not as much as I was hoping there was going to be, but still, it still works. Once the shootouts happen and all the little action happens, especially the climax, holy lord, it all works really well. It's all shot well, choreographed well, everybody plays their parts, and like I said, the dynamic of the 7 guys really work. I mean, they all have great chemistry. It just really worked. And there's one aspect of this movie that I cannot tell you guys because it'll spoil the movie, but it pushed it over the top for me where I'm going to put it on the wall. My favorite movies of 2016, get up there! That is right. And I can't tell you. Maybe in a vlog I'll be able to tell you what it is, but it's going to reveal too much. It's going to be spoilers. And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it because I went in this movie going, okay, let's see what happens with this, and blah, it's probably going to be like this and like that, and it ended up going a different way, and it really surprised the hell out of me, and I respect the shit out of it. I'm like, thank you, Antoine Fuqua, and whoever wrote the movie and everything, thank you. So I highly suggest seeing this movie, guys. It's a lot of fun. I do not know why it wasn't released during the summer. It could have fit somewhere. I mean, geez, this is a summer blockbuster movie. It is that enjoyable. Don't think it's going to be like a Django Unchained or like a Tombstone or something like that. It's not like a serious movie. It is a popcorn flick, but it just works throughout. You just entertain. You're entertained by the characters, the story, and it just works. It kind of just like brings back the Western because, you know, if you're going to shoot a Western, you got to have pretty serious. I mean, look at like The Hateful Eight and Django Unchained, of course, both Tarantino flicks, but it's not like that. It's like really just right back to where the Westerns are. Just fun and exciting. So let me know if you saw The Magnificent Seven down below in the balls there, and let me know what you thought about it. And that's all I got to say about that, guys. Nah. Seriously, just could have put this right where Ghostbusters released it. I know I still talk crap about that movie, but come on. I mean, it wasn't a success. It was an experiment that did not quite work. Now I can go on. Now I'm not going to talk about that. Why don't I talk about that? Magnificent Seven. Just letting you know. All right, guys. Bye. And thank you for watching, you beautiful people. You go ahead and hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel too. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and visit filmjunkie.com for all my videos.